Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a pick a deck reading for January 2022. I'm excited you're here with me. I will do a general reading bonus for January 2022, so feel free to pick one or more of the decks. I will do a 9-card reading with each one of those. You can see the piles here in front of you. This is pile number 1, which is the Smith-Waite Centennial Edition Tarot. This is also coming with an amethyst. Maybe the stones speak to you. This is pile number 2, which is the Crowley Thoth Tarot, which is coming with this wonderful sparkly citrate. I hope it's pronounced that. And this is pile number 3, the Fountain Tarot deck, which is a more modern take. And it's coming with this clear crystal. So take your time, maybe pause the video, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and pick the pile that you are drawn to most. And I see you at your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You picked the Smith-Waite Tarot deck with the amethyst. So let's get started. In January, we do have some interesting things happening. Astrologically, we have a Mercury retrograde again. That's starting on January 14th, which is happening in Aquarius and then is moving into Capricorn. And we still have Venus moving retrograde also in Capricorn until January 29th. So there will probably be some topics coming up that deal with the past or past cycles, also when it comes to love. And there might be something that can really be resolved through hard work and discipline with Venus and Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. We have Uranus going direct, which is exciting because that planet was retrograde also for a while. So there might be forward movement with sudden, exciting, inspiring things also happening. Maybe even when it comes to money, because it's happening in Taurus. And we have a full moon in Cancer on the 17th, which is probably going to be a little bit more of an emotional full moon. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to draw 9 cards and we're going to see where you're coming from and where you're going and where you are at in the present. Present, 7 of Pentacles. All right, pile number 1. So, wow, there is a lot of Pentacles energy, 4 of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. We also do have in the past the 2 of Pentacles, more Pentacles energy, the Ace of Cups, wow, okay, and the 2 of Wands, a lot of 2s. So maybe you're really dealing with already the results of a certain change, of a certain decision. And I see a decision maybe when it comes to love, stepping into some new path when it comes to love. Maybe new love presented itself. Maybe you also made a decision very subconsciously on an instinctual level to really invite in change and to let change happen because you understand that change is stability. That's the higher consciousness speaking here with the 2 of Pentacles. Right now, I think you might be, and throughout January, you might be in a little bit of a analytical mood, also maybe just taking a minute to really look at the results that you have built so far, and also trying to not, I feel like it's really a lot about trying to not lose your stability here with the 4 of Pentacles, because the 4 of Pentacles really speak about a very stable core, a foundation that we are building on, especially when it's here in the subconscious position. And with the 7 of Pentacles, I think you're really looking at what has worked so far, looking at how far you've come, what you have built, what worked well, what didn't work well. You're really taking a step back and analyzing the results. So this can be about money too. This can be about maybe a new opportunity that you went into that felt emotionally better when it comes to making money, and now you are already looking at the results and trying to figure out how to move forward here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's a little bit of a slow energy, it's a little bit of a waiting energy, but he's really trying to figure out what to do. He is holding this wand in his hand here, leaning on the wand and withholding action. Also with the Page of Wands, I think that's kind of an energy that you're aware of. You don't want to do, with the Page of Wands in reverse, especially in your higher consciousness position, you don't want to do anything risky, you know. You don't just want to take a risk just for the sake of it, and not jump into something, not do anything impulsive, even though you might feel like you want to, which is interesting. Especially with love, I think this could be a moment where you're really taking a step back and assessing, okay, is this maybe just a physical thing? Am I doing something that's immature here? Is this gonna work against my stability here and my stable foundation that I established for myself? But I do see new love. So, but this is something that you already encountered in the past for the ones who that resonate with this, and especially with the Mercury retrograde, as I said, and with the Capricorn retrograde, with the Venus retrograde in Capricorn, and Capricorn is Earth energy, is Pentacles energy. You might revisit that. You know, you might revisit this new chance in love, and maybe even see a new start with a person from the past. This could be, but you're taking it slow. And I mean, as I say that, the Knight of Pentacles is coming out, I can't make this up. Knight of Pentacles is taking it slow. Knight of Pentacles is really going step by step. So in January, it's advised moving forward slowly. Whatever you do here, really concentrate on the results. Really be aware where you put your time in, your energy, your money, your physical resources, in a sense of your body, you know, how you want to invest your time, your space, your energy, your resources, and how you want to have also long-lasting results, because he's looking into the future and he really does want to have long-lasting results, but he is not in a hurry. The Knight of Pentacles is not in a hurry. So I see you're not in a hurry. Maybe you are an earth sign, or you're dealing with an earth sign. Could very well be. So subconsciously, Seven of Pentacles, that's nice, because Seven of Pentacles in reverse is really saying you are not trapped in any illusions here. You're taking things very realistically, very rational, and you're really, you know what you want. It seems very much like after this process here in January of assessing, and this is 2 sevens, which are kind of the last little challenges we encounter before the 10s. So after this process of really reassessing and looking at all the results you have so far, you are emotionally not confused anymore. I think you're emotionally very, very clear and aware of what you want, and that really also shows itself on a much deeper level than you can actually really, you know, grasp with your conscious mind. You just feel it inside that you have a stable energy. Okay, Four of Wands and the Four of Swords, I'm sorry, and the Eight of Wands are coming out. So I think you understand that there has to be a balance also in this matter, whatever you're dealing with, of rest and activity. I think this is very much about a stop and go kind of energy, when this is kind of interrelated. So where there's a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of maybe thinking also with the Eight of Wands, there must be, on the other hand, also time to reflect, time to take a step back, time to rest, time to not even necessarily reflect, because with the Four of Swords, it's not so much about reflecting, it's more about letting things sink in. You know, you don't actively have to do some real reflecting, but this can very much be like a Mercury retrograde energy, where you just let the facts work within you and let your thoughts do the work for you, where you are not really putting the effort in. It's quite the opposite. You're really drawing back your mental energy and let the muddy waters clear, so to say. And this makes a lot of sense with the Seven of Cups too, because this is really about letting the muddy waters clear and gaining a new truth, a clearer perspective, which is this Ace of Swords that he is lying on actually here on this Four of Swords card. So I like this because it's very stable, grounded energy, and with the Page of Swords here you're also figuring out new things. Oh, and the Star card, nice. About yourself, learning more deeper truths about yourself, learning more awareness, being very self-aware. This is the Star card also, and opening yourself up to new knowledge and seeing things from a little bit of a different perspective with the Page of Swords, and bringing new consciousness, new understanding, new knowledge, new ideas into this situation. So there's a lot of learning going on here, a lot of learning, also in your cognitive conscious mind. I love this. I will also draw one of those oracle cards. Wisdom of the Oracle. Probably a lot of people know this deck. It's very popular. Community. Oh, I love this. We have Aquarius, Sun going into Aquarius, so this makes sense. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go into, you know, spaces where you feel you belong, mend with people, meet up with people, maybe also actively participate. And this could be about some community matter as well, you know, where it's really about, this is a new emotional chance for me to really invest in something long lasting in a new group of people, maybe even though the cards here, there is not so much a community card coming out, but it could be, you know. And you can now gain knowledge, I think, and understanding and learning from your community, or from a new community even. It's now beneficial to you and for you to go into spaces where there is more people who have the same kind of vibe and goal. So yeah, group 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I ask you to please subscribe, like, comment if you enjoy these readings. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you for being here. I will look into a 9-card reading for January for you, so let's get started. In January, we have some interesting stuff going on with Mercury going retrograde in, all right, here, Capricorn. And I'm already talking about Capricorn, and this is Capricorn energy, Mars in Capricorn. Mars is also moving into Capricorn by the end of the month, I think on the 29th. So Mercury is actually moving retrograde in Aquarius, and then also moving back into Capricorn, and then going back into Aquarius again. So this is going on, and also Venus is going retrograde still in Capricorn. So there might be some work done when it comes to really working yourself through old cycles when it comes to love, because Venus obviously is standing for love, and Mercury also about learning, about understanding, about going deeper within. When Mercury is going retrograde, we also reflect on the past, on past cycles maybe. So this is interesting because the Three of Pentacles is already coming out for you, and it is basically saying taking responsibility for your actions and really putting in the work into a situation. Maybe it's about teamwork, maybe it's about really being very, very disciplined, because Mars in Capricorn, as this card is suggesting here in this deck, is super disciplined, obviously, because there's an aggressive, very warrior-like energy pairing up with the Capricorn energy. So you can get really, really good results here if you want to achieve a goal, if you want to really work together with people on some sort of goal, some sort of project maybe even. or also in a relationship, you know, especially I see if you're parents and you are co-parenting, maybe you have to figure out a co-parenting situation with a person, with a past person, because with Capricorn, with Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, it could be obviously people from the past. So every time we're dealing with a retrograde situation, we could be dealing with cycles, people from the past. So in the past, we have also here the Chariot, which is really saying maybe you stepped into a new way of doing things here in the past and really took a step into a new direction here with the Chariot, and now you are actually stepping up to the plate and doing the work here. But you've started a way intuitively, you stepped into a new way of doing things, I think. Six of Pentacles, wonderful. And it was grounded, I think, and rooted, this decision to step into a new way of doing things was very much rooted in a balanced inner constitution, also when it comes to how much you want to invest into something and want to gain back. This is a lot, I get a lot of balance here. So in the past, here you're coming out of a situation or out of an energy, or bringing this energy with you into this January situation where you really stepped into a new way of doing things out of a very balanced sense of self. Because the Chariot is very balanced, he has to balance all these. He might feel, it might feel a little agitating, it might feel a little exciting, a little nervous with the Chariot. You know, you're a little nervous inside, you have to balance out energies, but in all, it's a very balanced card. You can see those Sphinx figures here. It's 4 figures, 2 are looking outside, that's the dark ones. That's those dark energies that might try to pull us, you know, in different directions, and here the white ones are really focused on the goal, and he is able to control all these energies and being very focused. He's being armored in his golden armor, so he's ready to step in. So you are ready to step into something, and it's based on this, I think, deep inner feeling of wanting to have a successful outcome when it comes to really investing into a situation and getting back an equal return. So higher consciousness here is, wow, okay, this is a breakthrough moment. This was a breakthrough moment for you. Maybe it felt very sudden, maybe it shook you a little bit, because it was not an easy moment to really step into it. So maybe it was giving a little, how can I say that, shaky energy for you. And as I said, the Chariot often comes with a little bit of nervous energy within us. We feel in us there's a lot of movement going on. Okay, so now we have a 4 of Swords here and a adjustment card. Nice, that's the Judgment card. And we're moving into, oh nice, the Ace of Swords, the Prince of Discs, and the 5 of Pentacles in your higher consciousness. Okay, so, and the 6 of Swords is also here. So I like it when I really like it when the Ace of Swords and the Adjustment card are coming out together, especially in this deck, because we do have the same sword that is coming up here is the same sword she's holding and balancing on. So I think by tuning in, checking in with your higher self, with the part of yourself that knows what's right, you know, that's the higher self, who wants to do the right thing. You're really coming to a very clear-cut decision. And with the 4 of Swords here in your subconscious, it's also rooted, I think, in a moment of mental integration, if you know what I mean. So you are really all the processes and this exciting, rather exciting step that you took here. I think you understand that also the responsible thing to do here is being balanced, staying in the middle of it, you know, looking at the things from all perspectives and having a balanced mind. Therefore, it's very, very important to have a balanced mind here with the adjustment card. And in your subconscious, it might feel like some sort of self-appeasement kind of policy, but I think it's healthy. With the Four of Swords in this deck, it's called truce. So you're really trying not to pick a fight with yourself, basically. So you're really giving yourself the rest and the time that you need to gather your thoughts, to also structure your thoughts, or let your thoughts structure themselves. It's not so much about us doing the work. And with this Mercury retrograde, this can often also happen on a subconscious level, especially if we feel like we have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of responsibilities. And I feel like you do have responsibilities right now you have to take care of, and therefore your subconscious, maybe you're dreaming a lot, maybe you need more sleep, that kind of thing, you know, and therefore some very I don't want to say sudden, because I don't think it's so sudden, but some very clear moment of understanding is going to come your way in January. And I think it's just coming very naturally by you just doing the things you need to do, trying to stay balanced, trying to be responsible, trying to take the rest that you need. And all of a sudden there's this aha moment coming in here with the Ace of Swords out of this very balanced agenda that you have here for yourself. And this moment might bring up and this is something the Mercury retrograde can do very well. Might bring up some issues with lack mentality or limiting belief kind of issues, you know, or thoughts. So there will be a new understanding, a newer understanding, a better understanding, a clear understanding of what maybe hinders you to step out of that, and what you can do and what you need to do to more and more step out of that. Because I mean, we're really basically all of us constantly in one way or another, maybe a little more extreme or less extreme for the more balanced and healed people of us. We're all dealing with that on some on a more conscious, some on a more subconscious level of, am I enough? Do I get enough? Do I have enough? Is my work enough? Is it an equal give and take? Because the Five of Pentacles it comes before the Six of Pentacles. So I think you're already, while understanding patterns maybe from the past that don't serve you anymore, you're already moving out of this mindset. I think you're, especially when it's in this position, you're very aware of what holds you in a maybe restricted mindset when it comes to also material things, maybe your body, maybe your health, where you feel like, oh, I don't get the things the things back that I put into, or my effort is not paying off. I think you're very much understanding that this is something that's really holding you back. And while the candle is going out, it's something that you want to maybe even cut off with the Ace of Swords here, let go, and make a clear cut also. Because there's the Six of Swords as well. So the Six of Swords is saying, moving on, working with the knowledge we already have, having it in our bag, you know, and still going into the unknown a little bit, and exploring and figuring out more and doing things in a new, more innovative way as well. And interestingly enough, in this deck, this card is Mercury in Aquarius, and we do have Mercury in Aquarius right now. It's going retrograde, yes, but still through that process of looking at our past cycles, behaviors, we might find new answers to move forward, and we can use that old knowledge to move forward. And you're really stable in your foundation here with the Prince of Pentacles, because he's really also going very slow and steady wins the race kind of way. So this is the approach is, okay, I wanna have results, and I wanna invest so I have results, and I'm not in a hurry. I just wanna see results, and even if it takes me longer, I wanna have a stable groundwork that I can build on. And when that's in your subconscious, that's a great energy, because it's very, very stable, very grounded, and you're moving forward with new knowledge, with a new idea, and you are allowing yourself to explore parts that have not been explored yet, which is beautiful. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, universe is also going to turn in your favor as soon, I think, as you move into this new space of the unknown, which is not necessarily an unsafe space. I think you're very safely moving into the space of new knowledge, of looking for knowledge, of looking for answers that you can implement. And it's a very grounded, very balanced, very responsible energy here. Just make sure that you're taking enough rest, that you're giving yourself enough rest, and I think you'll be fine. So I'm gonna also use these dice. Venus. So this could be about love. As I said, maybe working with a person that maybe has a lot of responsibilities, or you do have a lot of responsibilities. There is more factors involved here, and it's a team effort. And this is very much about you moving, initiating, and going after what you want. So I think in the past here, you really stepped into a new sense of I don't want to say a new sense of self, even though first house and Aries is about the self and the ego. You're just going after what you want, and it felt like a breakthrough, and it felt like it was about time. I think you really just stepped into your own power here. And this can, as I said, have to do with love. But this Venus Capricorn cycle is very, very important for you, because Venus, as I said, till the 29th is still going retrograde in Capricorn. And that means that we're really having a good chance of having very stable, long-lasting results when it comes to love. Very grounded, serious connections. If we put the work in, and if we learn from our past. So yeah, that's that. I will draw another oracle card just to top it off. Oh, beautiful. Imagine. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, imagination is active. So you can now imagine really a future maybe with a certain person that you haven't imagined in the past, or you can imagine new ways for yourself by understanding your own patterns better, and you're understanding how to work on them, and you're very grounded in being capable and having all the resources for working on it. And I love how these two kind of feel like they give off a little bit of a similar vibe here with these light beams. So there might be answers now if you just let your mind flow, and let your mind go places and imagine things, which is a lot also about the Four of Swords here. So yeah, group 2, that was your reading. This is beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment. Also, maybe another pile resonates for you. And I hope this helped, and I hope you gained something from this reading. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You picked the Fountain Tarot with the crystal, and I'm excited to look at your energies for January. So let's put this somewhere where it's not in the way. Okay, so January is interesting in a sense, astrologically speaking, because we do have a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. We do have the Sun still in Capricorn, moving into Aquarius by the 19th, I think. And then we have the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, moving back into Capricorn and then going back into Aquarius. So there's a lot of action there when it comes to discipline, hard work. And to top all of that off, we also still have Venus going retrograde in Capricorn. So there is a focus in love when it comes to really putting the discipline and the hard work in, and also being persistent and understanding past patterns and integrating them through discipline and work. So that's something that came through for all the piles here, and in general it's just an energy I think that collectively is shared. Also putting in the work when it comes to peace, harmony, artsy projects, music, everything that is beautiful, and also maybe learning from the past how to maybe change some strategies, some working strategies to move forward. So let's look at cards for you. So Justice, nice. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra, maybe you are a Libra, but this is really about having a very balanced, clear perception of what's going on. This could be about partnership. This reading could be very much about partnership, understanding how to form lucrative and stable partnerships, how to build compromise, how to engage in compromise, and how to also get a win-win situation for both parties. This is what's coming through here for me strongly, which is interesting. So subconscious, we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands, okay, interesting, in reverse. In the past, we do have the Four of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of Wands energy. So I think this might be about a connection where you feel like you're very passionate towards a person. If it's not about a connection, then it's maybe about a cause, about a passion of yours, about an environment that you stepped in, that you felt really, really comfortable in, that you felt like this is really your kind of people, your kind of crew, your kind of environment in general. And you're really, I feel like you're reflecting on also good times in the past, maybe where you felt comfortable, where you felt at home. With the Mercury retrograde, that's what we do. We do reflect on places, people, and situations where we felt good or where we felt bad. You know, it depends. And Mercury is in Aquarius, so this could be about community, about connections, about networks, about groups of people, which is also Aquarius, also about friendships, maybe more loose friendships or acquaintances where you felt like you belonged. So it really seems like that you don't want to maybe, or you're coming to a conclusion here that you don't want to actually leave a certain environment here. This could be, or that you feel like you already arrived at some point in the past and you're reflecting on that. And that where you are now, maybe you feel a little uninspired how to move forward in January, because you feel like you've already stepped into this thing that was very much you, very much felt like you're on the frequency with other people. Because in this Four of Wands card, I mean, it really is so nice about, I mean, there's these people dancing on the beach, having a good time, just celebrating life. So I feel like it's about community, it's about people, it's about a certain group of people or an environment, also work-wise or creatively, where you feel at home, you know. Three of Wands, wow, this is so many wands. So this is a very passionate energy. I think this, for you, this reading is really about how can I express myself authentically, and in which environment can I do that, and how can I find a very clear and balanced opinion about that and make a decision. Also, which people, which environments I want to partner up with to really pursue my passions. And also when it comes to partnership on a love and love interest level, which I don't see so much here, to be honest, because we don't have any cups. This really seems more like, who are my people and what is my place? And you feeling like, oh, I actually already found this in the past, and I had a feeling that I already arrived here, and I'm going back and looking back with this Mercury retrograde on why did I feel like that, and why maybe right now I don't feel like I'm in that place, and what do I miss right now, and maybe what also cuts me off in a sense right now from my passion and from my inspiration and from me being inspired to move forward and having a plan. Am I too mind-oriented? Am I too level-headed? Am I maybe, I want to say, castrating something within me that is creative drive forward? It's very interesting. The Sun card, look at that. Wow, yes, this is really so much about authentic self-expression. With the Three of Wands here in the reverse, I think it just felt like a logical conclusion. Three of Wands, Four of Wands, that things are not so much that it's not so much about things coming to you, that just you went for things. That's what I'm getting from here. So maybe in the past maybe right now you're in a state of mind where you feel like in the past it was so easy to just go into spaces and meet people and be myself, and right now I kind of don't have the spark because maybe I'm too calculated also, because the Justice card can be very calculated, not in a manipulative way, just in a very aware, cautious way to do the right thing. So yeah, I feel like I get a feeling of being a little nostalgic about the passion that you are missing right now, or an inspirational spark, but this is not I don't think this is the far past. I mean, this is the recent past. This is not like years ago and now you're in this place of, you know, stagnation. And the Justice card is not necessarily stagnation, it's just balancing yourself out, coming back to your center, and getting back also into your head and seeing things very clearly. This is interesting. But yes, this can be about partnership and maybe a spark that is not initiated right now in a partnership, even though it was in the past, in the recent past, and you felt like you could be yourself, and now there is some sort of step back and reevaluation because you want to do the right thing. This is a super interesting reading. So many wands. Okay. So what are you moving into in this January? Empress in reverse, okay. Moon in reverse, wow. And the Two of Pentacles, okay. And the Fountain card, wow, okay. This is a crucial moment, I think, here for you with this retrograde, to really come back to your center with the Justice card and find the magic within you to create a passionate environment that also speaks to your desires and lets you be yourself, as you've already experienced in the past here with the Sun card. This is nothing new to you. This is something that you already know how to master and manifest. There is some... It very much feels like a course correction here. What's happening? And the course correction comes with maybe a sense of feeling a little swiped off your feet, or not being in control of timing with the Empress in reverse, because I don't think that you are now making decisions that are destructive. The Justice upright is not making a decision that is a bad decision. It's making the right decision, even though it might destabilize you for a second here. Because change can be destabilizing, you know, change can be, and you're thinking of change. I think you're thinking of, with the Two of Pentacles here, you're thinking of finding a new way how to react to a situation and to have it be something of value for the long term. Even though it might feel like you're not 100% in your manifesting power yet by the end of January, because there is deeper, there's deeper truths involved, and this is really tapping into the subconscious, and this might, you know, shake things a little bit with your grounding and with your ability to really create the environment that you want to create right away. Let's not forget, this is a monthly reading. With the Empress in reverse, it's just a little uncomfortable because it can be a loss of power when it comes to creating the situation we want to create, or a sense of impatience, or a sense of, you know, over nurturing, over caring, over extending yourself. So be careful that you don't do that. That's crucial. That's really crucial here. With the Moon card in reverse, though, I think you're realizing that there's things at play that are much deeper than you're actually able to grasp on an intellectual level. So you might have to just also submit to that, you know, that there is forces deeper within you that are working right now, and that are also working their action and their magic, that are not to be intellectualized, and that it's now maybe not up to you to be in control of the environment, be in control of the situation. Because Page of Swords is really basically for me confirming that thought, you know. So this is all part of change. I feel like this is all part of change, and it's a change. I feel like I really feel like it could really be you reflecting on the past, on the places that you felt comfortable at, on the places where you felt like yourself, where you felt like you can really express yourself freely. And now arriving in a situation where you feel like, wait a second, I don't feel like I'm inspired like that anymore. I don't feel like I'm really having a good plan to move into this feeling again of my authentic self. So let's course correct. And I think this course correction is bringing a little bit of a destabilizing energy, but at the same time, it's not for you to stabilize the situation right now. It's not you're doing what you can. You're staying very level-headed, and you're not just taking action out of some impulse. I don't see you doing that. And you're also not taking action into a direction here with the Ace of Wands that is not for you, you know. And you're not making plans into a direction that's not for you. So this is not also a time to initiate something completely new, because it is a Mercury retrograde, and this could basically be everything this reading is talking about. Like, don't initiate something during the Mercury retrograde that is something completely new, because you're just going to step into basically an old pattern that you still have to work yourself through. And I think you're realizing that, and I think you're understanding that, especially when it comes to relationships. Wow. Okay, let's also use the dice. Second house and Taurus, speaking of the same thing, and the Empress is also a Taurus card. So yes, stability. Oh wow, and Uranus is of course moving direct in Taurus. This could also be talking about that. So this is a big theme also in January, that Uranus is moving direct after quite some time. So there could be a sudden change also of that feeling, and we were talking about change that might feel at the moment with Uranus a little destabilizing, because that's what Uranus does. And it could be about money, it could be about stability, it could be about building a stable foundation for a relationship. Here with the Justice card, second house, that has more of a long-lasting potential, and it could switch really fast here and sudden, and that might bring a little bit of an unstable moment here with the Empress in reverse, feeling like you have no control, but you know, control is an illusion anyway in a sense. So yeah, this could also be about money, about what you want to build for yourself and how you want to maintain it. So this is also coming through here with the second house. Wow, I love this. Uranus, Taurus, and the second house. This is actually what's going on in astrology right now. And I'm gonna pull one last card, oracle card. Building blocks, beautiful. And by the book also. Yes, this makes a lot of sense. This is really a groundwork you're doing. This is really groundwork you're doing. This is building the stable foundation, the building the picture, the construct that you want. And this is very much a Taurus second house energy. So yes, just keep doing the things you know are the right things to do, even though things might not grow in a way that people see it, maybe also, because the Empress in reverse can also be just things not being ready yet to be put out there, you know. So by the book also says, don't try to, you know, reinvent the wheel. Do things the way you know they work, and do things the way you know are in alignment with your true self, and you will be fine. I love this. Wow, you have a lot of manifesting power actually with the Fountain card here. This is really the universe working through you. You're only the vessel. This is reminding us that we are only the vessel for this really infinite amount of creative power that the universe is providing us with. So pile number 3, this was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you've gained some more insight through this reading. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. So until then, take care and have a great January. Bye.